Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Unorthodox Savings, and today's video is finally something I've been wanting to do for a long time. You guys have been asking me how to buy stock, where to buy stock, everything like that. So today's video is a whole entire package deal. We're going to be going step by step on how I select the stock, how do I buy the stock, when do I sell, what's my plan in this, like where to do my research, everything you need to know. So we're going to get right back into it. Before I do this, I just want to let you guys know that for this video, I am using Robinhood. The reason why I'm using Robinhood is because it's a very easy app to function. This video is meant for people who have not invested yet or who are still very new into the investing world. So I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial and everything, and then I'm going to go a little bit on the outsides of it and give you different options. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about individual stocks and not ETFs. If you want to learn about ETFs and other things like that, watch my very first video about how I started a Roth IRA. My Roth IRA is made out of all ETFs, and this is for individual stocks, so I'm going to show you everything I know now. Okay, as you can see up here, I have my portfolio. So for Robinhood, I don't have that much money in there now. What I use Robinhood for is speculative stocks, which means is basically money I don't mind losing or gambling. You should always think this way when investing, but for this is for stocks that I think could possibly have a huge run up. So I don't really, this is a very small portion of my portfolio. This is about like 5% of my portfolio. So this is just for fun. I kind of just leave it in here, forget about it. I just check, read up on the company's websites, social media pages, see what they're doing, see if it's a time to sell. So today I actually had a very good day. The one company I bought into, which I'm gonna click on now, is called Shill. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge fanboy of Tesla. I love Elon Musk, so electric vehicles are a huge topic of mine, so I do a lot of research. Shill is doing a merger with another company. So a merger means is that one company, another company are combining to make the same name. So this video is not going to be about Shill, but I'm going to tell you what I do and how I select the stocks that I want. So the first thing I do is I select a category or a sector of the market. So if you're interested in electricity, gas, utilities, things like that, like AT&T, telecommunications, if you are interested in oil, like Exxon, I'm not obviously, but if you're interested in tech, do you like Apple, do you like Dell, do you like IBM, different things like this, right? So you're going to select a company. Now, my personal advice that I use is I invest into companies that I like. It makes a lot of sense. Why would you invest into something because somebody told you something or you heard this or that? If you're a musician and you like music, invest in something that's related to music, something that makes the instruments, right? Or if you're interested in gold, right? You have this weird obsession with gold. There's gold stocks. Invest in the gold. When you invest into things that you're interested in and you like, it's not going to be a chore for you. You're not going to be upset or feel stressed about it because you're going to genuinely enjoy researching, understanding the company that you're going to invest in. So, starting off on Robinhood, once you figure out a stock you like, that is up to you. I go into the company's website. The company will have a mission statement, which is their promise to you. What are they going to give you? What are they saying their company's about? And usually right below that or at the bottom of their website, they'll have an investors page where it can tell you what their dividends pay. A dividend is basically money that is given to you from a company just for holding their stock. Now, dividends can get paid monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Actually, some dividends can get paid whenever the company feels like it. So if they pay a dividend, I personally love dividends. I don't see why there isn't a reason to. They will pay you and they'll tell you on their website. They'll also tell you other information about the company that may interest you, meaning where are they going in the future, how many employees. Some of these things may not matter to you. It depends on how much research and due diligence you want to do. So for this company, Tourist Acquisition, or Shill is the ticker symbol. The ticker symbol is the short abbreviation for a stock. Now, I have done all my due diligence on this, and as you can see right now, it's sitting at $50.60 a share. I've already bought in 17 shares at $19.11, so I've gotten in total 164% return, which is very good in my opinion. I'm going to sell, but I just know what this company's worth. I still personally think it's going to go up. Now, by the time this video is out, I might be eating that sentence, so we're gonna find out. So, jump right into it. We're going to start focusing on the app now. The app, so at the very top, right, it's gonna tell you when you buy a few shares. So you're gonna hit the little bottom bar here for trade, and you're gonna be able to buy. So if I buy shares, let's say I'm buying 1 shares for $50.60. On the top right corner where it says a share and a little arrow that goes down, you can, now Robinhood has fractional shares, so it's called buying dollars. I personally don't do this. I do this in my Roth IRA for M1 Finance. So they're kind of like the grandfather of fractional shares. I like that app a lot. I'm not affiliated with anything I'm showing you. It's just convenience. So there's a few different orders you can do, and basically the market order, or the market buys, what you're going to do is just buying it at whatever the stock price is at there and whatever it can fill out at. A limit order will have, you can set the maximum price you're willing to buy that stock for. So if you know in your head what you think the company's worth, what you're willing to buy, you can put it in an order so you don't have to sit here on your phone and wait for the price of the stock to hit that number and do it. It'll buy it for you, so you can set it like that, and then it just goes down to a trailing stop order. A trailing stop order is when that you set a percentage. So when a stock is going down and starts to come up at a certain percent, it will trigger a buy for you. This I don't do personally. I think a lot of people do. These are all different safety nets and how you are as an investor. One thing I need to make clear, it's called personal finance because it's personal. You shouldn't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. You shouldn't be worrying about what other people are doing, different things like that. It's all about you and what you're willing to risk, what you're willing to pay for, right? So now that we're back onto the main part of the stock, is you can see what the stock has done for a certain period of time. So for Robinhood, it goes to a week, it goes to a month, 3 months, a year, 5 years, and then you can change it. So if I bring it back to, let's say, a month, so you see everything. Now you can get into reading charts, analytics. Now I wouldn't recommend personally doing these on Robinhood. If you start to get a little bit more advanced into investing, I use Webull personally and Vanguard. Those are my 2 brokers that I use. So Webull is a little bit more advanced. That's why I'm not using it. I'm using this just so it's very easy for everybody to understand, and I'm hoping this is making sense to you guys. So this is just showing you what the stock can do. So if we're at 1 month, what has the stock done in this past month? All the way back to August 5th, it was around $19.60, which is around the price that I bought it for. And then over the past month, you can see it rise and the percentages make sense. We're gonna scroll down. So your position bar right here where I'm at is what you're doing personally once you have the shares bought. Now we're into the stats bar. So the stats bar, we're gonna start from the left column, work our way down, start from the right column, work our way down. So there's 2 things. What is the open is what price did the stock open at. So 9 a.m. you're in the pre-market, which is the pre-market, and then the actual market opens at 9:30. So at 9:30, that's the stock opened at $40.05. Then it goes to the high of the day. So what was the highest price of that stock that day, which is $48.97. The low, which is the lowest price of the day, is $39.54. Now, right below is pretty self-explanatory. It's the 52-week high, 52-week low, which are the highest and lowest prices for the stock this year. And then on the right-hand side, we had the volume. The volume can be important to you guys, and the reason why is because it's how many shares people are buying. So right below where you see average volume, that's the average of what people normally buy. So why is this important? If you're doing your research on a stock and you want to see if that stock is important for you to buy, or if this stock is worth your money, or if you were right about your speculation on a stock, you can see the volume go up, the volume go down. Now there's other ways to research this. If you want to find a better way to research this and you can't find it on Robinhood, You can go to your Bloomberg Finances, you can go to Yahoo Finance. There's a lot of different websites that are very well known that can give you the information you're looking for. And Webull also has the version where you can see if there's large buys in volume for that specific stock. But for Robinhood, it does not offer that, and that's why a lot of advanced investors do not like this app. It's because for your due diligence reasons, it doesn't give you all that much information. Now below, it gives you the market cap, which is the worth of the company you're buying at. How much is that worth? $1.43 billion, which is very good for starting out electric vehicle company. This stock does not pay a dividend or yield yet. Dividends and yields are usually given to you through two types of stocks. So there is usually a stock that is well developed. Your blue chip stocks that are well known, that are strong, that have a lot of money, so they can actually give money out to the investors and pay them. Then the other type of stocks, which are called REITs, and that is a real estate stock. And actually, it stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, and that is if you're interested in real estate. I'll do another separate video on those. Those can get very complicated. So down below, you're gonna have related lists, which are, if you're interested in electric vehicles, it can give you different categories, different sectors you can click on and do more research on companies, which Robinhood did a very good job by doing. This is because people get addicted. They start clicking things, they start following it, and you learn. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it'll tell you who the CEO of the company is, where the headquarters are located, what year the company was founded, and how many employees are in the company. Why is this important? Is because if you're starting to research the company, it can give you a good place to start. If you want to know if the CEO is a good guy, is he good for the environment? Is he not good for the environment? Has he got caught into any scandals? Has he folded or got caught laundering any type of money? You want to know these things just so you understand what kind of company you're getting into. So knowing this information is very important, just so you can go ahead and do research on a company, especially if it's a newer company that you're genuinely interested in and you think that this is whatever field you're in, whatever stock you're in, if you think it's good, you want to know a little bit about everything you can. That's just how I am personally. I'm very paranoid with my money. I don't like losing money. I don't think anybody does. So I'm just showing you guys what I do. Now, one thing I'm not interested in is I don't like penny stocks. If I've actually done pretty well with penny stocks in the past. One of my neighbors actually worked for Wall Street, so she taught me everything she knew. Now, she wasn't really trading penny stocks like that, but she taught me everything to get started. So I did fairly well. One thing you should know is that I found anytime you talk about penny stocks to another investor, they've always done well with penny stocks. Nobody's ever said, I've done bad, I've lost all this money, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, about 80 to 90% of these investors end up just doing terribly or not meeting market standards of that year. So they're not keeping up with the markets raising anyways. Also, to be noted, we are in a bull market right now. So after the recession and everything in March, where the markets dropped a lot, I'm explaining this very basic so people understand who don't know the terms for investing. Markets dropped. Right now, they recovered the fastest they've actually ever recovered, ever. And we're having the best August since the 1980s. And basically what I'm saying is that almost all investors are going to be doing well. How you know if somebody's good at investing or not is how they make out during a recession. So that's when you should really keep your eyes open if you're going to watch me, other YouTubers, things like that, see how they make out. Now, just because you lose money doesn't mean you're a bad investor. Everybody does from time to time. Sometimes you make mistakes. Like for me, I use Robinhood as speculation stocks. I've lost money on these. I think it's important to be honest and understand. As the words of Elon Musk, you want to lose. If you want to go into thinking you're going to lose, you want to lose less or fail less, to be exact. So that's how I personally think of this. So after everything is said and done with the stock, you understand what the stock is, who owns the stock, who is a part of it, anything you need to know that is important to you. You need to figure out a price of what you want to buy in at and how much you're willing to buy. Remember that you should only invest what you're willing to lose. I have made that mistake in the past. All the beginning investing mistakes I have made. especially when you start out, it's very difficult to understand the long term of things. And especially the one thing that has hit me hard was I lost money on a dumb stock when I first started investing when I was 18 years old. And then I didn't realize that if you sell a stock within a year, it's called short-term capital gains, and you end up getting taxed at a higher rate. So what else does that mean? If you hold a stock at a longer term, so a year or longer, then you get long-term capital gains, which is easier on you for taxes. So I'm doing another video on that. That's actually going to be my next video. So if you're trying to figure out, like, oh, I didn't know I would get taxed on this. Taxes get complicated with stocks. I'm going to do another beginner's video so you guys understand that as well. That is going to be the next video I upload. So after you have figured out the stock, figure out what price you want to buy in at, what are you comfortable buying in at. You want to figure out where do you want to sell the stock at. Are you going to hold on to it long term? Is this a stock that you're saying, I wouldn't hold on to this for years to come. I'm this confident that 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the road that this stock's going to be worth this price. I plan on holding it on. I don't care what the markets do. Great. That's how I am as an investor. That's what I do personally. But if you're like, I just want the quick fix. If it goes up 50%, I'm going to sell it. I've known people who've done this with airline stocks, a lot, specifically Boeing. When the markets crashed, that people belonged to Boeing, it went up, they sold, they got a 50% return, and they said, I'm happy with it. So it's all dependent on how and when you want to sell personally. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. So I'm going to leave a link down below for Robinhood. It gives you one free stock if you open up an account with $100 and start investing. I'll also leave a link down for Webull. You get 2 free stocks if you use $100 to open up an account, and you also get 1 stock worth up to $1,400. And the third link I'll leave down is for Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a newsletter. It tells you what the markets are doing. It tells you 5 to 6 to 7 main news topics with bullet points of what's important. It's completely unbiased. It's short. They do giveaways, and all you need is your email. If you do not like it, you can just unsubscribe from the email, and that is it. I promise you there's no catch. And I'm also doing a giveaway with that, because as I share the link, they give me free things. I'm going to use those 3 things to give back to you guys, and I'm going to screenshot it, put it on my Instagram. So if you're interested to see that, follow me on Instagram, and then I'm going to pay for the shipping handling, give it to you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, getting a little bit inspirational. I don't want you guys to do anything that, all right, I don't do anything dumb. No, but seriously, it's called, like I said, it's important to understand that it's called personal finance because it's personal. If you're new to investing, it's very easy to get wrapped up into the whole, what is this billionaire buying? What is this company doing? What is that? And to act on impulse. I've done it myself. I know exactly how it feels, and trust me, it's very exciting. It's very fast paced when you get into it. You're like, oh my God, this stock's going up, or this stock goes down. I'm gonna get scared and I'm gonna sell. You have to understand and be confident with yourself. One piece of advice, if you're gonna take away anything from this video, is your emotions. If you're happy, you're sad, you're mad, whatever you're feeling, just go get it out. I'm telling you, you should not be investing with emotion. Even if you're passionate about a company, use your brain. This is your money. This is what you decided to invest in. If you get scared of what other people are doing and you end up selling a stock when there's no need to, and you know that stock's a good company, you know whoever owns it's a good guy, good woman, you know whoever is running it is treating the environment great. I don't know what you guys are interested in, but it's anything that is happening with the stock is good and you believe in it, and you end up selling it too short because somebody else scares you. There's a thing in the stock market, especially on different forums, different websites and apps for stocks where people can talk. They're called bears. Bears think the market's going to go down and they're going to convince you to sell. I have had this happen to me. It's not fun to admit, but they are literally the master troll. So if you see this video and you're a troll, you might get interested in becoming one of these people. Look, bears make money, bulls make money. End of story. But they can get tricky. So just be careful. Don't stick to your heart, stick to your brain, don't think with emotion. But thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.